Hi there, lovely ladies. I thought I would do a tutorial with you, which is going to be a mixed media canvas. Now, I do know how to paint. I used to do oil paintings, and I have done mixed media canvases before, and it's great fun. So I've just made these little, they're paper doilies, and they're pink, and I've just put some paper, in the middle of them because they were plain in the middle. And I have some decoupage paper here, which I'm going to put onto my canvas with some Mod Podge. So I hope you'll join me for this tutorial. It's going to be a very short one for part one because the lighting isn't right. My husband's home and I am doing all sorts of various things to try and keep the house as quiet as possible for you. So what I'm doing here is I've actually got a little bit of Mod Podge used there, and I've already put the rice paper onto my canvas. So the rice paper has been put on with the Mod Podge onto the blank canvas, and I have used some water, glue, well, the Mod Podge, and a little bit of colour from my watercolour painting set just to give it a bit of interest at the side there. So you need some watercolours. I'm sure if anybody's got any children, you'll have some. Anything, Mod Podge will make anything stick. So I'm using a combination of water and Mod Podge and a good old rag there just to give it a softer pink look. Plus the dabbing with the rag will also give you a more interesting background. The rice paper, or you could use napkins, is already on the canvas. I did film this upside down and I have turned it the correct way around for you, but it's just easier for me to do it this way. So here we go. I'm just adding a little bit more Mod Podge there because I'm going to add a little surprise there. This is going to be one lovely canvas when it's finished. I've gone into my stash and found a little piece of very pretty sari silk which has various colours of pink through it. So I'm just going to put that where I put the Mod Podge, and we are going to go over that with some Mod Podge as well. This will keep the sari ribbon, which is a porous ribbon, nicely put onto your canvas there. It'll keep it there. Now you can see why I've put the pink there, because what I'm using is I've treated myself to a Tiny Treasures, and I'll show you that in a moment, by Tilda. So it's the Tiny Treasures paper. I don't usually work with paper. I don't make cards at all. So I'm just going to pop her there. These lovely, lovely Tilda Tiny Treasure books. You don't have to cut these figures out, you just have to push them out, which is, I've always wanted to work with paper, so I'm going to do with this. Of course I work with rice paper and napkins, but I don't usually work with any type of Tilda papers or anything like that, so this will be a new one for me. I've also applied a Tilda heart in the middle of the canvas there on top of the rice paper that I put on the canvas. So you can see me there. Yes, I'm using quite a lot of Mod Podge, but it doesn't matter because you need to use a fair bit of Mod Podge if you're going to be using fabrics and things on your canvas. So I don't want it to come off. So I'm going to put that beautiful Tilda rose there onto my already adhered onto the canvas there paper. So we're getting a bit of a move on now with this. So I'm just going to make sure that that stays there forever, and I'm going to put a little pretty Tilda rose at the top there and just brush that in nicely with some Mod Podge. And already the canvas is just starting to look very pretty. So join me for part two. I'm working on it right now. They're the Tilda Tiny Treasure.